We're officially less than a month away from Election Day, and voting rights are under the microscope like never before. We've asked our Robert Costa to take a closer look.
With just a month to go before Election Day,
he can come in and vote, and he would.
Sabrina German sees herself as an essential worker for democracy.
The first three words in the preamble, it says "we the people," meaning that we as public servants, we're working for the people. Thank you, Ms. Wilkins. To make sure that they have a fair choice and a voice for the candidates that they're choosing.
The director of voter registration in Chatham County, Georgia, German finds herself in the spotlight as she works to comply with sweeping changes to state election rules.
You have 1,000 challenges in one county?
Yes.
The overhaul in Georgia has many fronts, from the Republican majority on the state election board to the Georgia legislature, which has made it possible for individuals to file a flurry of challenges to the voter rolls.
It doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure out the agenda behind some of the challenges.
Attorney Colin McRae chairs the nonpartisan County Registration Board, where he has served for 2 decades.
In a recent set of names that were submitted to us, it included hundreds of college students. And it didn't take a lot of research to figure out that all of the college students whose registrations were being challenged all attended Savannah State University.
Historically black university.
Historically black university.
While these issues might seem local, they have a national political charge, and former President Trump has weighed in on the campaign trail, praising Republicans on Georgia's election board.
They're on fire. They're doing a great job. 3 members, 3 people are all pit bulls fighting for honesty, transparency, and victory. They're fighting.
Sunday Morning reached out to the members of Georgia's election board praised by Trump. They have long defended their work. And one member told us the controversy over their efforts is, quote, manufactured to suit some other agenda. What's happening in Georgia is just one example of how challenges to the vote are roiling the nation. And the question remains, are recent changes to state election laws addressing real problems? Or is it just politics?
I've been looking and researching the quality of our voter lists for about 25 years now. And there's no question that right now our voter lists are as accurate as they've ever been.
So why is there so much suspicion then of voter rolls?
We see a lot of the claims about the elections driven just by outcomes. They're not about the actual process.
David Becker directs the nonpartisan Center for Election Innovation and Research in Washington, D.C., and is a CBS News contributor.
The voter lists are public. They could have challenged these things in 2023 or 2021 or 2019. They're waiting until right before the election, which tells you that they're not actually interested in cleaning up the list. What they're really trying to do is to set the stage for claims that an election was stolen after, presumably, their candidate loses.
The 2020 election still casts a long shadow. State officials like Brad Raffensperger, Georgia's Republican Secretary of State, are bracing themselves for another contested election. In January 2021, Raffensperger got an infamous call from then-President Trump asking to find votes so Trump could win.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
You resisted so much pressure in 2020 to not certify the election in Georgia. If you face pressure again in 2024 to not certify the presidential election, can you give your word that you will resist once again, wherever the pressure is coming from?
I'll do my job. I'll follow the law, and I'll follow the Constitution.
Raffensperger will once again oversee and certify Georgia's elections.
Are any of the changes put forward by the state election board necessary?
No.
Not one.
Not one.
You say things are safe and secure in Georgia, yet this election board keeps making rule after rule after rule. What's going on?
I think that many of them are living in the past, and they can't accept what happened in 2020.
One of the things about voter suppression is that it always looks innocuous. It always looks reasonable, except it's not. Part of that change was the 1965 Immigration Act.
Professor Carol Anderson is an author and voting rights activist who teaches at Emory University.
What's happening in Georgia with voting rights is that you have a massive change of demography happening. So you have a growing African American population, you have a sizable Latino population, you have a sizable and engaged Asian American population. And so it is a power clash between a vision of a new Georgia and a battle between the vision of the old Georgia, our old ways.
Do you ever get nervous? Do you ever think about walking away?
Really? Every day.
Every day? It's that tough.
Doing it. Yeah.
Chatham County's Sabrina German may be weary, but she and Colin McRae say their experience in 2020 has prepared them for whatever comes next.
Did you take it personally when former President Trump asked the Secretary of State of Georgia to go find votes, 11,000 votes?
Oh, of course. Took it personally. Any criticism of the system is a criticism of the individuals who make up that system. Again, the truth will come out. The truth will win out.